Alright, you guys, as I promised, I would be back with another video on Nene Leaks, a part 2 of the series. I think it's going to be 3 parts. Um, and no, it's not a Hollywood series. It's not glitz and glam. You ain't got motherfucking pictures rolling through and clip-ons and all that in the video. I'm here to bring you what the fucking spirits say. I don't need a crystal ball. I don't need the shells. I don't need all that. And the reason why I'm talking shit is because I'm pissed because I finally got a laptop, or a better laptop. And last night I did the first part of the reading, or I opened up the discussion in the reading, kinda. I think it was on the computer. It might have been on my phone, but that's how I usually had recorded my videos before this. So I did like a 25-minute video, and I went through 3 different tarot decks, and then I channeled with my gifts, and I had a really good video put together. And when I played it back, I guess, well, I'm not going to say I guess, but I don't know where my mic is on my computer. I'm pretty sure it's on the right hand side. But the way I had the computer facing, because I don't show my face, you couldn't hear anything that I said. So I'm pissed. So I'm kind of trying to think right now in this moment, am I going to film another one, or am I just going to go ahead and go off with the cards said last night and try to remember the best of what I picked up, and then maybe try to tap in again tonight. I really don't feel like pulling out the cards and stuff right now. I know I'd probably gain a lot more fans if I, just it up, which I plan on. I have what my friend called a whole cabinet of ambiance and different backgrounds and art stuff, and all that shit that makes a production for my platform. So it'll come when it's time. I don't want to rush it, because I am in Aries. We're really good at planning, but we're really better at bossing people around and getting them to kind of put our thoughts into fruition, or getting them to put the stuff together once we think it up. Now, I don't know if it's just me. Comment in the comment section if you're one of those Aries too, where you just have a hard time putting a lot of stuff together. I don't know if it was all the weed I smoked or what. No, I'm just kidding. But I just really don't. If anybody knows, the Aries are bossy too. We are definitely the number one sign who is supposed to be directing people. And it's not just because we're arrogant or whatever. Like, if you ask anybody who knows anything about signs, they're going to tell you that the Aries most likely should be running their own business, just off the mere fact that we don't like to follow the rules. We don't take criticism well. Not saying that we can't. We can definitely put on that fake ass face, but we're the baby fire sign. So you have to cut us some slack if you like us. But I've already spent 3 minutes on that, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go from what I picked up. So last night when I was channeling Nene, I picked up a lot that Nene Leaks unfortunately has a lot of ideas, and she actually has been channeling a lot of ideas via her ancestors and spirit guides. It's just come at an unfortunate time that when she got them, she's now beefing with a very big production company who is in bed with a lot of other big production companies in Hollywood. I get the sense, and I think we all picked this up too, I get the sense that Nene Leaks thought that she would hop on the Tamar Braxton train of going against the network. And we had seen it way before with Tamar. It started going downhill with Tamar and her production with WeTV way earlier than what we saw with Nene Leaks kind of lashing out with them and having this big battle. I do think that Nene Leaks took on more than what she could handle. I don't know why her team didn't tell her she shouldn't have said certain stuff. Nene Leaks is definitely in the category now with like the Moniques. Whereas when I look at Monique, I feel like Monique's time, she tried to jump ahead of time. Because like I said, I feel like Monique wants to be like the Harriet Tubman of like Hollywood. And, she wants to take on that like grandmotherly spirit. That's why she's always like, hey, love. And, she wants to really mount that spirit. But she jumped on too early and it looks stupid. And I feel like she had like another decade or so of like giving us kind of that wild Monique. And she just tried to jump ahead of time. I think that plays a lot of the part of why the whole Netflix thing just seems stupid, even though she made valid points. A lot of people just were not feeling it. It just did not come. The magic wasn't right. It was like, she set up her altar and she aligned it a certain way, and it didn't. The coordinates are wrong, and the way she had this crystal or this cup or this statue turned just fucked up the energy and the circle, and it just didn't come out well. And I feel like Nene Leakes jumped on the same train too with Bravo. I think Nene Leakes thought that maybe the black people were gonna back her in a certain way, especially with all these movements where people are coming out and talking about injustice and how they were treated wrongfully for different things, even down to them being sexually assaulted for the past like decade or so, or I don't even know how many years, but for a long time now. We've been reading about a lot of people trying to get redemption, and I think Nene Leakes thought that she would be able to join that train. I don't know why her team didn't tell her that majority of the world does not like you, and this is what made you so famous. And I think Nene Leakes knew this, and I think Nene Leakes is used to getting into fights like this that are really big, and she actually comes out and wins. And I think she thought somehow maybe she would get this with Bravo. The only thing is that they were already trying to push her out, and she peeped game. It's not like she's completely stupid to this. And sorry if I'm talking so fast. I'm really trying to I have a photogenic memory, so I'm looking at my table and looking at the cards, how they came out last night for the best part. And I totally just lost my point of what I was talking about with you guys. So, yeah, Nene Leakes, she it's unfortunate because she said it herself, she's still auditioning and she's still trying to make projects happen. And she said she's not getting any calls or responses, not even a thank you, for the level of fame that she has. Those type of stars get, even if they're not picked, probably get flowers and bags and all sorts of stuff sent to them, and have nice dinners when they go audition with certain people. I feel like they, they're on a certain level. So her level of fame, you would expect even a call back to say, Nene, you didn't fit right, try something else, or maybe we can work with you on something else. But you know how it goes when they turn you down, whatever. And I think she's very aware that she excuse me, that she is blacklisted. I did say in my previous video that I think Nene Leakes needs a spiritual advisor on payroll, and a very strong one. And then I thought, wasn't it Nene Leakes who brought us on TV at least 2 times? She went to a psychic or like a spiritual healer, and they had an episode where she took the girls. So I don't think she's foreign to like the craft and things like that, and using other extensive forms of religion other than just Christ and getting on your knees and praying, but actually incorporating other objects and other things. You know how the witchy world works. We incorporate more stuff. I think we all still believe in Christ and love the Bible. We just are the whatever. But I thought that you would think with her being the one to show us that she's actually wants to go see psychics, and the one psychic she showed us was the psychic she should have been with. It was a voodoo priest. So she didn't bring us some old whitewash shit the TV would do, some old whack-ass fortune teller. She brought us a real voodoo priest, and the bitch had attitude too, so she was popping. But it seems as if Nene Leakes, or it doesn't seem, I'm gonna say I know Nene Leakes needs a really good hardcore Palamayambe, Santeria, even a hoodoo witch who really knows what the fuck they're doing. Some swamp magic, some of that good shit. But Nene Leakes is going to be in a rut for a while, I believe. I think it's unfortunate. I think a lot of backs have been turned on her. I think she didn't expect this. I think she expected half of it. I think the other half really smacked her in the face. I do know that she's blocked up. Her chakras are blocked. Her energy's kind of off right now. Last night she did her cards, I did draw out the Divine Feminist card. So I think that Nene still, and luckily she still was really good with her money, and she saved and all that. And I think the fact she still gets to dress up and live that lavish life, and she's able to still tap into her Divine Feminine as far as like glitz and glam, because I'm sure she still has a whole full makeup team every day or every other day. This helps her a lot, her channeling her inner divine, even though a lot of you probably think she's masculine. she's actually very feminine and sweet, and a lot of psychics have said this. You guys just probably will never see it, but that's straight out. Nene actually is a really nice person. And let's get back to the whole thing with her and Tamar Braxton. The difference between her and Tamar Braxton is that Nene, she laid down and she did what she had to do to get in the industry. Tamar Braxton was not willing. She was always wanting to play, you know, Jesus, and then kind of play with the devil a little bit, but she never went all the way, and this is why you saw her get in so much trouble. She just never held up her end of the deal. Nene Leakes did. Now, I can't say that we know that Nene Leakes is tied to any types of ritualistic murders, allegedly, that happened in Hollywood. We can't pinpoint her to anything unless you guys know something, but I will say I'm sure Nene Leakes did some dirty stuff, just like all the stars do, because we all know they don't become famous for their talent. They become famous for blackmail and rituals and all this other stuff. I do think that she might be connected to some white collar crime, but we definitely never seen any leaks doing any murderous activity or being a part of that type of activity. So she laid down and she did what she had to do, and she knew what the business was about, and she did what she had to do to get on top. And I'm not going to shame her for it. She was unapologetic for it. I think everybody knew where Nene stood, and I think she was very transparent. What I pick it for Nene? A lot more sad days than good days. I think there is a possibility she could redeem herself. I don't think it's going to be with Bravo, but I will say that I see in my mind, I see her and Bravo coming back together for something. I don't know why. I feel like they're going to eventually send her out the way they were supposed to. Being a star that's just elevated on this show, and it's a part of this production company and this franchise, I feel like they will eventually one day, and I'm trying to think of a star that had this happen to them. More like a Joan, is it Joan Rivers? Because Joan Rivers in her career, she talked about how she had fucked up with SNL way early in her career, and she still, of course, she was a white woman, she still got that fame that she was supposed to, and she had the privilege, but a lot of people in the establishment who were upper, or who had higher positions, didn't like her because of whatever had happened. So, and then years later, I think she was invited back right before she had died, but she still knew they were on bullshit, because whatever she did kind of went against the code. And that wasn't a good example, but that's the best one I could think of. Or Iyanla, if you guys remember the story with Iyanla and Oprah. If you don't remember it, I'm not going to talk about it now, but Iyanla went through something like that, where she was able to redeem herself. And I think Nene will redeem herself, not in the way that we think, but I think that she'll get her flowers and, you know, the right eviction from the show that she was supposed to get, you know. Let's see, Nene's energy. She's not dumb. I don't know. I think it just really sucks. I can feel in my heart that she's not practicing any craft. So she has a spiritualist. I feel like they're not really popping on shit. Because I'm telling you this, like, I don't even think there's anybody in the industry who would probably help her like that, even if they could. This is going to have to be done spiritually to break down Andy. I know that he, I don't think we'll see it now, but I know he's going to receive what he's supposed to get. Not just for Nene, but for all the other girls he did wrong too, and all the other shady shit he does. Andy Cohen, you know, went against the grain, and he did the most fucked up thing you could do, which was he went against the foundation of Bravo and the franchise and the Housewives franchise. Nene was the foundation of this. From the moment go, she came in and she did the damn thing, and she elevated quickly, and it was deserving. And he had the motherfucking nerve to do her the way he did her, even though she didn't come at him the best way towards the end. He still, you know, it was shady. You don't fuck up when you have a good foundation, and we all know this. If you live in an old school ass house, or you drive a hoopty, you know, those old school motherfucking cars and them old school houses that had good foundations, you don't fuck with them. You know, the government, they'll knock down some shit quickly to build up something else to make some money. But if they know that some of these places are landmarks, or they're built on good ass foundation, they ain't knocking shit down. They not fucking stupid. And that's what he did with Nene. So Nene will get redemption eventually, but I think that she's going to be out of work for a long time. And I hope she's not. And I think even if a spiritualist steps in, a voodoo priest, a palero, a santero, whatever, a bruja, I still think that it's going to take some time. I think she definitely needs some hot water and some shit. I think it's very ironic that Greg is sick. I definitely think there's more going on with this. I don't think it's on Nene's side. I did know, and I'm sorry to say it, I always knew that Greg was not going to come back fully from this. Even though they said that he was cured of cancer, I knew that Greg was going to get cancer again. And I don't think Greg's going to be with us much longer. Not saying like a month or 6 months or 2 years. Just like I said, he's not going to be with us much longer. Greg is pretty much dead inside. His life is going in reverse. And Nene knows it. She may be being the white woman that she pretends to be and getting them wills together, and maybe she might try to rush him on out the door because we don't know her like that. But I do know that Greg's time is up. And even if Nene were to sacrifice Greg would be all for it, because that man loves him some Nene. And he would literally die for Nene, and we know this. You know, he could be putting up a front all day that he's a sweet guy, and he could be something behind closed doors, or he could be sweet to a certain extent, but that's not it. With Nene Leakes, I don't know what it is. He loves this woman. He would die for Nene Leakes. Not saying that's why he has cancer again, but I think it's very funny. So we could look at it at all areas. It's divine, and he got cancer, and this is a part of his divine plan. Or Nene could be trying to take him out, and they come to terms that, I got to make this money and carry on a legacy. Or we could look at it that Bravo is trying to hit her because the closest thing that Nene has is Greg. He seems to be the only one who understands her. He probably knows all her dirty secrets. He's just like the only extension of Nene you probably will ever get. That's very close to her. Just period. So yeah, but Greg, God rest his soul, and I'm not God, and this is allegedly, but allegedly, I believe that Greg is on his way up out of here. He's dead inside, and even Nene said in the interview that, he just looks different. He's different, and I don't think Honey is dumb. Of course, cancer patients seem different and look different. They're going through something, and this literally, depending on what happens to them during their battle, some of them go into comas, have multiple surgeries, all the different rays they're hit with to kill the cancer. Some of them have spirits to step in and out to help them. Of course, they're not themselves, but I think we know what Nene meant, and Nene has been his wife for a long time, and I think she knows that she needs to enjoy the time with him because his years are numbered. They just are. Allegedly. I will say that Nene Leakes, the stuff that she came out and said about the girls, it's all true. It's all true. Yep, good old Nene, the one you guys probably do not like. It's true. That was the card that I needed to focus on. I forgot last night. I have the Oracle deck, and I pulled from the Oracle deck, and the card was the throat chakra, and it said that Nene Leakes. The card says it didn't say Nene Leakes. The card states that the angels are helping you speak your loving truth, and the question was about her accusations, and that's the card that I pulled. And so Nene's not lying. The ancestors stepped in, and they stepped in at this moment and pushed her forward to the podium, to the front of the podium for a reason at this moment, because she is speaking her truth. And hopefully you guys will receive it the right way, and these bitches will be exposed, because I don't care what nobody says. I like Candy and I like Cynthia. I do think what she says about Cynthia is true. I don't think Cynthia is the most malicious. I just think they were friends, and that's why she really is going against Cynthia the way she is, or like really going hard that Cynthia is such a bad person. But I do think that Cynthia is snaky, like Nene said. She may be not over exaggerating, but over dramatizing it a little bit with Cynthia. That's the only one. Of course, we know how Kenya rolls. Candy is that person that we all know. She's that person who always seems so sweet and cute and always does the right thing. So you motherfuckers, the people who don't see with your third eyes and you see with your two eyes, think that these type of motherfuckers can do no wrong, and you always have the wool pulled over your eyes, and you're always shocked when the real shit comes the fuck out, because whatever is done in the dark comes to the light. And Miss Candy Burst, I'm not saying that she is a bad person. I believe she definitely is a good person, but she had something to do with Nene Leakes leaving. And people even pointed at Portia and said, Portia and Nene have always rode for each other, besides their little fights here and there. I think you guys are still counting out Portia, as if Portia may not have had anything to do with Nene Leakes being fired. She may not have told them to pull the plug, but I think she played her role, and I think she straddled the fence the best way she could, without fully going against Nene, but without fully going against Bravo either. So she did what she had to do to, stay a part of the team. And, of course, you're seeing that Portia's doing whatever the fuck she likes nowadays. But, I'm gonna wrap this reading up. So for Nene, it's gonna be a battle. Unfortunately for you who do not like her, she's telling the truth about what's going on with the women and the girls and Andy. There were some stuff that did happen to Nene. Some of the stuff she did bring upon her by going after them via social media and kind of publicizing some of this stuff. It should have been handled in private. We all get what she was trying to do. She just went about it wrong. I don't know what's going on with her team. They're whack as fuck, and her spiritualist is whack as fuck. And somebody needs to go help this girl out. So, her case is too big for me. I'm not too modest to say it. I'm not too on a high horse to say it. I can't handle her case. I don't have that many views on YouTube. So, of course, you motherfuckers believe that the nigga has 2 million views. He's the real deal. No, it'd be a swamp witches out in these Appalachian mountains to be really popping with shit. And one of my favorite witches on YouTube right now started out using nothing but their phone, and they're still using their phone to this day, and they are climbing the charts on YouTube. And this is where I will stay too, and I will bring out the cards and shows whenever the fuck I feel like it. I'm talking shit, y'all. But yeah, you guys send your prayers to Nene Leakes. Continue to send them to Greg. Hopefully he doesn't suffer too much while he has one foot in the grave and one grave here, allegedly. And I said what I said. You guys want real shit and predictions? That's what it is. Okay? Greg is sick. He's got that bug and it's not going anywhere. He might go into remission again. He will battle it again. And I'm not sending this out as a spell. I'm sending it out as the truth, allegedly. And this is part 2. I will be back. I promise the third one I'm going to do the cards and everything, just to confirm everything that I've said. This was the Cursed Prophet. I love you guys. See you soon. Mwah. Bye.